Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. Yesterday, we started talking about time, and we just reviewed what AM and PM is. And if you remember, we do our AM in the morning, our morning things, and then PM means afternoon and evening time. Today, we're going to learn about two different clocks. So this clock is one that you probably have at home in a lot of places. This is called a digital clock. Okay, so a digital clock tells us the time. So right now it is 11:23. Sorry, 11:53. I was looking at it backwards. 11:53. This number right here is the hour. Okay, so there are 24 hours in a day, and we split them into 12 and 12. So we have from 12 o'clock midnight, which is the start of a new day, until 11:59, and that's considered AM. And then from 12 o'clock in the afternoon, we start over and we go until from 12, which is about lunchtime, until 11:59 at night when we are sleeping, okay? So right now, the hour is the 11th hour of the morning. And you can see, if you look really closely up here, it says, let me see here. Right here, it says 11:53 a.m. because we are still in the morning time. These numbers over here represent the minutes that have gone by in an hour. So there are 60 minutes in every hour. So once this is 54, it'll go 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. It'll never say 11:60. On the 60th minute, it turns over to be 12 o'clock, okay? That'll be, and it'll say 12 o'clock p.m. That's when it'll change to p.m. So and the o'clock will be 00, and then it'll say 12:01, 12:02, 12:03, all the way up until it gets to 12:59, and then it'll turn over and go till 1 o'clock. There's no 13 o'clock. It goes from 12 o'clock then to 1 o'clock, starting the next first hour, okay? Or the second hour of the afternoon. All right, so this is a digital clock. You have the hour over here, and you have the minutes over here. So we read this as 11:55, all right? A lot of you know how to read a digital clock. This one is a little different. This is an analog clock, okay? And all we're gonna talk about today is the hands on the analog clock. So you can see here on Mrs. Wright's analog clock, there are two hands. We have a short hand and we have a long hand, okay? You can see that it goes up to the number 12. Just like a digital clock, it shows 12 hours and then it starts over at 1 and does another 12 hours, all right? Because there's 12 hours and then 12 hours. We split our 24-hour day into two 12-hour blocks. This hand here, the short hand, shows us the hour. Excuse me, okay? So if I'm looking at my digital clock here and I look at my analog clock together, remember, the first numbers are the hour. On here, the shorthand shows the hour. So if I were looking at this, the hour is at the 5, so it's 5 something, okay? The long hand shows us the amount of minutes, all right? So we go all the way around. Each tick is a minute, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I kept counting, I would get all the way around here to 60, and it would start a new hour, okay? So what you need to know for today is that the shorthand shows the hour. So if I were to ask you what hand is the shorthand, or what hour is the hour hand pointing to, you would say 6. If I were to say what number is the minute hand pointing to, you would say the 9, okay? That's what you need to know today for your assignment. You're gonna do Splash Learn, and it's an analog clock assignment that will help you practice those hands because they're gonna be really important to know as we move on with our time concept. You also have Fact Tuesday today, so make sure you're practicing those facts, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.